Yeah, so first of all, and most importantly, reading and understanding the label for the product that you have. This is going to tell you exactly what locations, what procedures to follow to use that product properly and to help to minimize the risk to you and your little ones. So, if a product is going to be used on a surface that is touching food, check for specific instructions on that label that might describe how best to use that on the food contact surface. Sometimes that may mean after it's been applied on there, cleaning the surface again afterwards help to reduce that risk further. And for as far as school is concerned, if kids are going to be eating at their desks, think of that surface as a food contact surface. So one way kind of prevent any kind of exposure with that is to use a barrier. So considering using like lunch mats at their desk as they're eating there on desks that are going to be disinfected, that's another way to reduce their risk. And first and foremost, I mean, keeping children away during that application and then waiting until the product has either dried or been fully cleaned before letting them back into that area where the disinfectant has been used. And also, do not leave disinfectants unattended. Little ones can find them very quickly. And also do not transfer those to unmarked bottles, including water bottles, just because they can very quickly find that and get themselves into a lot of trouble. And then also, after you're done using that disinfectant, store the leftover product in a location that's out of reach of children. And finally, do not use the disinfecting wipes as either hand wipes or as baby wipes.
I think those are great tips. I can definitely uh, relate to the putting them in a different container. That is something that I feel like is inevitable to lead to a call to the poison center. So many of our cases start with something that was put into a beverage container. So if that's a water bottle container, Gatorade container, or even just a beverage cup, many of our exposures start that way. It can be confusing to an adult because it looks like, something may be clear or something might be colored in a Gatorade bottle. It looks just like something that you would drink. And then they forget that they put something in there or someone else comes along and they get an exposure. It's also confusing for kids too because they're used to drinking out of beverage cups, of course, and they won't necessarily check something before they drink it. They just go up and they're curious, they're exploring. Something looks yummy, it might be brightly colored, and they'll drink it. And so it's really dangerous to put those chemicals into a beverage container. That we do get a lot of calls about that.